Hello YouTube, BenB998 here, and welcome to my review for the game Stuffed, which is currently in early access. The developers over at Waving Bear Studio sent me a review copy for this game, so big thanks to them. And before we get started with the review, make sure if you do like it to hit the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. I post videos several times a month, and over on twitch.tv/BenB998 I stream 3 days a week. We do a lot of variety, so make sure to check me out when I'm live. With all that said, let's get right into the review for Stuffed. Stuffed is a procedurally generated first-person shooter that takes place in the dreams of a little girl. You play as a teddy bear and fight waves of nightmares as you defend your owner. You can play solo or join your friends in up to 4-player online co-op. This game is pretty much a light-hearted version of Call of Duty Zombies. Replace the zombies with toys, replace the human players with teddy bears, and you have pretty much the premise of this game. You shoot off these demonic toys, you build up points, use those points to buy weapons and upgrades, and you rinse and repeat for as long as you can before you get killed, or as this game says, knocked out. You could probably already tell by the game's look, it is very kid-friendly. There is some scary stuff, I would say, for kids in this game, but for the most part, it is very kid-friendly. But don't let that turn you away from the game. The game is still very fun, even for adults. Before I get into my pros and cons for the game, I do want to explain the premise of the game for those who may not have played Call of Duty Zombies in the past, or games similar to it. So the idea of this type of game is you are surviving wave after wave of constant enemies trying to kill you or break down the objective, which in case is the little girl's door. As you defeat enemies, you get points, and with those points you can buy upgrades, weapons, ammo, anything to help you survive longer. And that's pretty much the entire cycle. You just keep rinsing and repeating until you die or the objective gets destroyed, and then you get rewarded at the end. To some that may seem boring, but it's just the constant action that's the real appeal to these games. It's obviously not for everyone, but I personally love these types of games. Let's start off with the pros I have for this game. First of all, I love the aesthetic of, being a stuffed teddy bear fighting off these possessed toys. It is very unique. I haven't really seen anything done like this for this type of game before. The enemy variety and weapon variety is very nice. You have like your pistols, your assault rifles, your shotguns. They all have their own unique name and their own unique design to make them more kid-friendly or even childlike. The rounds go quick and I always feel like I'm working towards something. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time at all. The map designs are really nice. It is randomized rooms, but each room seems to have a purpose and a feel to it, which is really nice. And there's an overall progression system, so at the end of each game, you get coins and you can use those coins to edit the look of your weapons and your teddy bear, which gives you a reason to keep coming back and playing the game even more. Now, I didn't get a chance to play the co-op because none of my friends own the game yet, but I have heard good things, that it runs well, and I will definitely be trying it at some point. Now let's talk about the negatives. The big negative I have to tell you right off the bat is the game is very buggy. I have lost several runs to this game breaking in different ways, one being enemies not spawning, sometimes doors won't open when I try to open them. Sometimes I'll shoot an enemy and it will just not do any damage to it. I've also run into a little bit of T-posing, but honestly that's more funny than it is game breaking. But as the thumbnail says, this game really works when it works. When it doesn't work, it's frustrating. One other bug/con I kind of ran into a few times was the interact button not actually working. I would be chased by a ton of enemies and go to run over a weapon pickup and spam the interact button, and he still wouldn't pick it up. Like, I would have to run over it multiple times, spamming E, hoping the game would let me grab it. But even with all these bugs and frustrating issues, the game's still a lot of fun. As I'm voicing this over, all I can think about is booting up the game and playing more. I don't really give out numbered review scores. I mainly say, should you buy it, should you not? And at $12.99, this game, I would say it's still worth a buy. It is in early access, keep that in mind. It's not fully released. They have updates coming out every so often with more enemies, more weapons, more character customization, so keep your eye on it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more videos in the future. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.